where That would be a character I'd like to explore. So what would that actually look like? A person who kills indiscriminately and is really good at not getting caught. I think that's something worth investigating as far as a killer goes.
I mean, I understand, but
most of the time, if that person does exist, which I'm pretty sure they do, odds are, with how many people are, they're not getting caught because it's too random. There is no, like, ritual to it.
Right. Hi, we're talking about serial killers. Welcome to Nerd Night Podcast. If you're in any way linked to the news or Facebook or Twitter, you have found out that about a little less than an hour ago, Alex Murdaugh got found guilty for what was the grisly murder of his wife and his son. And if you guys have not watched the Murdaugh murders on Netflix, definitely recommended. But with the consideration that I'm sure that we are going to talk about it, we will go into the news so that we can, get the ball rolling, because he has a little bit of stuff about it. I have a little bit of stuff about it, and then we'll just continue on with our merry ways.
First and foremost, I just want to start by saying you look absolutely fabulous tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Rex?
It's like he's been doing this diet thing. He's trimmed up so
Not
much.
so much. Rex, for the Nerd Night crew, I know the Sterling crew has the class of 2023, as you would put it, has seen what's under the hat.
Okay.
And I'm sure that everybody here would like a nice hair reveal. Justin, whenever you're ready.
All right, so I cut my hair today after 5 years.
That's right.
The last time I remember cutting my hair was in late 2017 or early 2018.
Okay.
Yeah, it was something my community voted for. So Justin actually picked the cut. I went in blind. I didn't know the cut that I was going to get. I found a stylist. I want to give her a shout out if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
So her name is Stephanie, and she cuts hair in Augusta, Georgia at Bloom Hair Studio.
Okay.
And she did a fantastic job. He gave her a picture. She did the cut. Now, hold on.
Okay. Now, you all had y'all's insults because Rex has a community and Justin reads it. And, of course, Ozzy said a fucking banger earlier, but I've been saving one. So I'm going to let him continue with what he has to say, and then we'll go from there. Go ahead.
I just want to be very clear. This is not like the style. This is the cut,
right?
Not the style,
right?
It's supposed to be back like this, you know, and then it comes up into like I think what some people might call a top knot or
mini
like a
bun?
small a mini bun, like a mini bun or a top knot. I'm not sure exactly what it's called.
Bun.
I think a man bun is like a little bit
this
bigger.
longer.
I think
It'd be
it's
like
bigger.
what he would use with his regular
I think
hair,
a top knot is what this called, because it literally is just a knot. You can see like
little nubbies. Yeah.
But I don't have any experience with that. And every time I have, since I came home and took a shower and everything like that, I have not been able to retie it back up the way that the stylist did.
Right. Give it a couple days.
So it just like, you know, it's just, this is how it looks down. So,
right.
You know.
I think it's quite handsome.
Thank you, Ozzy. I appreciate the support. Obviously, I'm very happy about it. My community had some jokes. My favorite one was plays Ghost of Tsushima once. That was a great one.
Yeah.
Justin, do you remember any of the other like bangers from the community about like my hairstyle?
I think
Conor McGregor before the fight.
Conor McGregor before the fight.
Yeah.
Before the knockout. And then there was
Cal
another.
Keskus.
Yeah, from Star Wars, Jedi Fallen Order?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then, you know, there were some interesting comments on Twitter, not the man bun, oh no, you know, things like that. But I have to say that overall, I'm pretty happy with it.
It looks good.
I do like it. It's nice to be able to take a shower and then dry my hair off in like 30 seconds instead of 30 minutes. It's nice to be able to eat without my hair getting in the way. You know, it's just, you know, it's a lot more convenient, but I have to master how to put it up. So I'm sure I'll figure it out and get some rubber bands or something.
It's very reminiscent of Leonardo DiCaprio and Romeo and Juliet.
Hey, listen.
Chat says you look nice and like Devin Sawa.
I look nice.
Oh, you look like Casper.
Look, I like the Leonardo reference. That's, you know, he was. Yeah. He was, yeah. So thank you. I appreciate it. You know, I've been getting a lot of fuckboy comments, but hey, I mean, you know, I like it. It's nice to switch it up once in a while. I mean, think about it for me. It's been about changes over the last like 6 months, you know, sold my home, left North Carolina, came down to Georgia. We've had a wonderful collaboration, streaming, new studio, streaming on new platforms, streamed on Kick recently. Just been doing a lot of streaming on Twitch. It's been going well. So, you know, new home, new life, you know, it just felt that hair had been with me through 2 relationships, reuniting with my mom after 25 years. It had been with me it was time to let that go. And I think that cutting that was like you know, it's symbolic in a way, if that makes sense.
And you're donating your hair, right?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
It's a double. It's like, you know, might be the death of one thing, but the life of another.
Exactly. I'm donating it.
And he's also donating his pubes, ladies and gentlemen. So if you want that website, let us know. I haven't come up with a name yet, but before the end of the show, I'll give it to you. I'll come up with a zinger, I promise. But as it is, you look great.
Yeah,
we're happy for you. We're happy.
The only reason I have it covered is, like I said, I just, you know, I have not figured out how to put it up the way my stylist did. But Stephanie out there at Bloom Hair Studio, amazing, highly recommended. Not only is she super affordable to the point where it's almost insulting, but she's extremely talented, so I highly recommend her. She did a great job.
Too easy. Wonderful.
Chat said Savage Garden. What's he look like?
They said what?
He look like Savage Garden.
Okay.
I honestly can't figure out if that's an insult or compliment, but I'm just gonna say thank you. I appreciate you.
Truly, madly, deeply do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, hey, listen, every girl I knew loved Leo and loved Savage Garden, so I mean, I'm taking it as a compliment.
That's a win both ways.
I mean, the thing is that, you know, he's only going to move further south, and I'm thinking South Beach is next.
Oh, he's got to get tatted up and grow the spiky dreads.
The spiky dreads?
Get your face tatted up and start singing Island Boy.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine him like Skrillexing himself and doing like, you know, the mop here and then like the shave here?
I
Just
looked at that one.
you did?
Yeah.
I mean, it.
I came so
Have you
close
seen
to
him
that.
now?
He's so close to looking like Skrillex.
Have you seen Sonny now?
Have I seen what?
Sonny, have you seen the Skrillex now?
No.
Yeah, he's got like a John B vibe with him now. He looks good. He doesn't have the same hair he did before.
Well, good for him. You know, artists
right?
should evolve over time.
Not that evolving. I mean, you can definitely tell there's an age factor there, but he's still a god. So we'll keep that in mind next time we take pictures. Mm-hmm. It's not really necessarily about getting younger, because I mean, it is a fucking camera. That's not how it works. But what else you got in the news, Justino?
Talking about Alex Murdaugh.
Yeah.
His defense, he was found guilty today, but his defense was claiming that the cops fabricated evidence to frame him for the murders.
Yes.
Because they didn't have anyone else, and it had to be him, so they were going to make it him. That was their defense.
He did he used the making a criminal defense. Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know, man. I mean, if you haven't watched the Netflix special, go watch it. I'm just gonna tell you that this case it's about half of him killing his wife and his son, but there's lots of other things involved. There's a housekeeper dying that doesn't make any sense, a girlfriend dying that doesn't make any sense, and a supposed boyfriend dying that doesn't make any sense. And if you catch my drift, not that there's anything wrong with it, but the boyfriend, when there was only 2 sons involved, was, you know, like a shame on the family situation. So who knows whether or not that's going to come to light. But as of, you know, today, he's in prison. Maybe more information will come out. And it was funny because I think we all questioned, why did Netflix release a special before?
Like over a year before.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, did they started on it way earlier, but you got to remember that thing was just released like a couple weeks ago. Not even.
The Murdaugh stuff?
On Netflix, yeah. They released it before the conviction came out, before the trial was done, and everybody's like, why? And it when you watch it, it's like, well,
what's your theory on why?
It's a slam dunk. It's an absolute slam dunk. There's no way in the world. Like, it sounds ballsy until you watch it. Like, oh well, you know, it's like the making a criminal thing. It's iffy.
Right.
It's very iffy. You know, did he? Didn't he? Watch it. Make up your own. The staircase. Iffy.
Right.
Make up your own mind about it. That's what I do. And I know that sometimes you got to go to the conspiracy theory level, but then again, you look at both sides of the argument and you're like, I don't know what to fucking do.
Right. But
that's what makes it so compelling. You don't know what to do.
This seemed open and shut.
There's from everything. Yes.
Wow.
It's not just murder. It's embezzlement. It's drugs. It's craziness. It doesn't make any sense. And it's all the influence of money and the time of power that for generations that name like ruled that land.
The son that he murdered.
Yes.
Is that the son that allegedly might have had a boyfriend, or
the son that he murdered was the one who was driving the boat during the boating accident that killed the girlfriend. The son that's still living is the one who supposedly assumed had a relationship with another man who ended up dead.
Wow. So I know that before the podcast you said something about Alex also having been shot in the head.
Yeah. So when he was gonna go to jail, when he was I guess, I don't know if it was, you know, because well, that's funny you say it like that. I'm saying it like that because when he actually did go to trial, the judge denied bond repeatedly. Mm-hmm. So before the trial, when I guess he knew that he was going to go to trial, get arrested, all that stuff, it turned out that he came up with a scheme to have someone murder him so that he would be able to give some type of inheritance to Buster.
And that's his son?
That's the older son, yeah.
So do they know, did he shoot himself or have somebody pay someone to do it?
So on the special, I don't know if they covered it in the court case. I'm sure that they did a little bit, but because you got to remember, that's not based upon what the case is about.
Did he make a full recovery from being shot in the head?
Yeah.
That's crazy. God said, no, you're going to jail, bro. Yeah, that's crazy.
But he said that he supposedly paid his cousin, I believe. And his cousin said when he got arrested for, I think, different charges, I'm not too sure. Don't quote me, but he said, if I'd have shot him, he'd be dead. So that was his defense against actually trying to help via,
It's ballsy. I kind of want to believe him.
But then you look at the checks that were written or wrote to him. I'm sorry if I got the grammar wrong, but over the years while he was, a lawyer, while he was an attorney there.
Oh.
And it is a ridiculous amount of money to just give to a family member. And then when they asked him what it was for, he said drugs. So they did the math. And they even did like the high price, street value. And they said he would have had 100 years of Percocets if he was a.
Is that what he said he was buying Percocets?
He admitted to doing or using over 80 pills a day.
Yeah. Which I don't think it's.
I was like,
80 Percocets a day?
It's not feasible.
Nah, that's 100% not.
Yeah. It's feasible. Yeah. Yeah.
Slam dunk.
Your liver at that point.
That's no shot, dude. No shot. 80 Percocets, 80 pills? Yes. 80 Percocets? No. No shot. I don't believe that for a second. So
It's just not. There's no way he could do it.
I think my man was just mad that he didn't get the kill shot. He's like, no, I would have fucking killed him, but
Alex was the one who said it. The cousin was the one who was supposedly selling it to him, but that's what they're saying. How could he have sold him that much?
yeah.
So there had to be other reasons as to why he was giving him money. That's what we're saying.
Imagine paying someone to shoot you in the head so you don't have to go to jail, and then you fully recover from it and still go to jail.
Justice said he's like, you wake up and you're like,
I would be so mad.
So angry, bro. You got shot in the head for nothing? Oh my God. Justice is served. I mean, we can't bring those people back, though.
I was totally willing to go to hell, and this is what I got.
Yeah.
Here I am.
Yeah.
Jesus, man.
Absolutely astounding.
Boy, I don't think he's going to do well in prison either.
Oh, I know he won't, but still, that's the news of the day.
Wow.
Is there anything else?
That was crazy.
They announced their Olympics esports series titles.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm
What
glad
are
you
they?
brought it up.
Archery is going to be tic-tac-bow. Baseball is going to be WSBC Baseball Power Pros. I have never heard of that.
Okay.
Chess is going to be from chess.com.
Okay.
There's one dub.
Cycling is going to be Zwift.
No idea.
Just Dance is an Olympic sport.
That's a...
Okay.
Let's go.
Gran Turismo.
Is racing.
For racing?
Yep.
Okay.
Virtual Regatta for sailing. And they have Virtual Taekwondo and Tennis Clash.
Tennis Clash?
And that's going to be Olympics.
So,
With
okay.
medals.
So one person plays every game
I
to
think
see
it's
who
just-
comes out on top?
I'm
Who comes
guessing
out with the
it's-
most points?
I'm guessing it's just like any other Olympic sport. Like they're each individual categories.
Yeah, they're each.
So
I was
you
just
got
saying,
the-
that'd be cool. Everybody plays, and
Oh,
the
it's just an
champions
iron-
from each
it's-
one.
It's an Iron Man event.
Yeah,
That'd
the
be
champions
cool.
from each one come together and play a final game.
I just
There's
think
one Olympic athlete.
Yeah, there's one.
I just I can't believe all of the obvious I mean, there's no Madden in there. There's no 2K. There's no
Mario.
Smash Bros. Are you out of your fucking mind?
No Mario Strikers. They could have done
I mean,
soccer.
what? Yeah, even FIFA or Mario's. I would have taken Mario Strikers, but FIFA. What?
MLB The Show. That's like the top baseball game out there.
Like what?
As far as I know, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you got this fucking RSSC, whatever crap it is, and it's like, probably somebody who made Farming Simulator with, baseball functions.
That's crazy. There's not a fighting game. Oh, there's the Taekwondo thing, but okay, fuck Soul Calibur, Tekken, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Smash. Okay, cool. Whatever. All
Or
right.
you could just do real and just do UFC.
Yeah, that's so. Yeah, UFC. Even UFC. Yeah, that'd have been. What you could not read the room any worse. Like, wow, they see you in 4 years. Hope you do better next time. What the fuck? Wait. Is it going to be in the summer or the Winter Olympics or just one or how does that work?
This June.
So it's summer, and then
So is esports going to be a part of the They're going to have skiing and the fucking SSX Tricky? Let's
SSX
fucking
Tricky.
go. Let's fucking
one of the
go.
best games ever.
Let's go.
I remember I went on a church skiing trip and I didn't ski because I was inside playing SSX Tricky the whole time.
Hey man,
It was awesome.
That's probably the right decision to make.
I went outside to snowboard once, broke my ass, and then went inside to fucking play
it and have more
SSX
fun.
Tricky the whole time. That's right, I did that.
Wow.
Skating, Tony Hawk just came out.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't understand why even do it if you're gonna do it so badly. Like
Tennis, Mario Tennis, because I don't think that they've made like a tennis game that like. I don't think you can make a tennis game that would be like, you know, as badass as like a FIFA or another situation like
Wii
that.
tennis, man.
Yeah, but
That's the greatest tennis of all time.
Imagine entering one of those categories that doesn't like matter, knowing that if you win an Olympic gold medal in that that the gaming community will never give a shit about you, or it won't mean anything to anyone but you. Like, I think the only one that will genuinely matter is the Gran Turismo racing one.
Or with these bullshit games, right? There's been these fucking weebs who have been playing that game since it came out, and they have a chance now, and it's like a victory story and a fucking, you know, like a radio, except Cuba Gooding Jr. is just a smelly guy who lives in his mom's basement.
That's right.
He's been playing this same fucking college female softball game, which is what I think that game is, the whole time, and building the team of a century, and then he goes and he wins the Olympics. Life changed.
That's wild.
A league of our own.
Yeah. Just imagine.
No crying in baseball.
Imagine being like a poor kid growing up, hoping that like you'll win a gold medal at the Olympics in one of those games, so that you can just turn around and sell the medal for money. Because I mean, it's fucking worthless for most of them. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, I would imagine they're not giving out real gold at this event. Just being honest.
I mean, they really shouldn't. I still think the Gran Turismo one is solid. Gran Turismo or Forza would have been, you know, but the rest of them, I just don't fucking get it. Like, there's like, did the game companies not agree to it? Like, did they try and approach FIFA? Did they try with EA and like, did they try and these companies? Nope, we don't want to be a part of it. I don't understand.
We only like bad publicity.
Yeah, you would think it would be like free publicity and they'd be all about it. So I don't
Nobody's
understand.
gonna care about this. The Alex Murdoch case is on. Just fucking throw some games in there and call it a day.
That's crazy. That's out of touch as fuck. What a shame. Let's hope they
Wild
do
that there's
better
an
next
Olympics
time.
for gaming.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's what I'm caught up on.
That's wild.
And the last one is the National Park Service. They issued a statement on how to deal with bears. Never push a slower friend down in a bear encounter. They tweeted that out.
Oh, I mean, that's true. Because the bear will chase the runner. Yeah. It's true.
So the bear will ignore the person that got pushed down?
the bear will check and probably, like, you know, stomp or something, but
You did.
the bear
Yeah, from that
is
feet.
gonna fucking see the thing running, and you know, it's why wouldn't you?
I mean, if it buys me a couple seconds.
You're already a fucking bear. I mean, it's just one of those things, man. You know, like fucking. If they've already made up their mind to chase a fucking human, they're not gonna just go for the first one.
I like how they put that out. Like, if a bear ran out on you and a friend, you might like think about it and be like, no, they put out that statement. I definitely shouldn't trip Jeff.
No, I'm totally tripping Rex.
Somebody
100%.
replied to him on Twitter and said, "What if I'm the slower friend?" So they said, "Check in on the friendship before you head to the woods."
I don't really have to do that with Rex. He wears flip flops all the time.
I'm so fucked, dude. Like, it's so bad.
I have
like,
no issues.
That's
think we're good.
fitting news because Cocaine Bear just came out.
Yeah. The truest story of true stories. I was wondering why it took them so long to fucking do that.
Didn't that happen in Georgia?
Yep, 75 pounds of cocaine.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Mm-hmm. You know, his heart exploded.
And
They
supposedly,
said it made it like 100 yards or something, 100 feet maybe,
yeah,
something. Yeah, it didn't go very far at all.
Man,
I
the
did.
movie really stretched that out. How do we make 100 feet last 2 hours, guys? Lie?
I think I have an idea.
There was a lot in between those fucking feet. You know?
Apparently the movie is really getting shit on, which is a shame because I was kind of excited about it myself. But apparently Megan is really good. So
Yeah.
if you like
I think
horror
Ozzy
comedy,
Ozzy said it was how Chucky should have been done if it was redone.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's the same plot as the Child's Play remake that came out a few years ago,
Yeah.
where they made Chucky an AI doll,
Oh yeah.
but it sucked because it was Chucky and it's not Chucky.
Right, that's fair.
So
Yeah,
Megan is the same plot as that, but it's better because it's not Chucky.
that makes sense. Yeah. That's the good thing about a new IP is that you got this clean slate to work with.
Got some freedom.
Absolutely.
So yeah, that's it for the news. We've discussed some games, but I think that Rex has some more things to add in.
I'll throw in a couple of things.
Too easy.
For sure,
What you got?
For sure. So I know I talked about this a little bit on the last episode, and I know it's a little niche, but I was extremely excited for the release of Octopath Traveler 2. Releasing on PlayStation 5, releasing on PC, releasing on Nintendo Switch, releasing on, and
So everything.
yeah,
That's
just
fine.
about.
Yeah, I got you.
And
Dreamcast.
anyway, the reviews on it have been good. It came out it's one of those rare cases where it came out on Metacritic at like an 84, and then over the next 48 hours, as more reviews came out, the number went up instead of down. So I think it's sitting at like an 86 right now on Metacritic. I could be wrong.
Sweet.
But this is the team that made Bravely Default. Obviously the same team that made the first Octopath Traveler. And apparently, they did one of those things that people like to hate on, but it's genuinely something that fans enjoy. They didn't really drastically switch up the formula. If you know anything about the first Octopath Traveler, it was well received. It was really well received. And instead of trying to drastically change things for the sequel, they pretty much kept everything that worked, that fans liked, updated a couple of things, changed up the stories. Apparently the narrative is a lot better, and it's doing really, really well. It's getting a lot of praise from games journalism right now, and I'm very happy to see that. I have streamed a couple of hours of it, and this is my first time playing it. And I love it. It's one of the best gaming soundtracks I've heard maybe since Elden Ring, which me and Ozzy were talking about. I think the audio in Elden Ring and the soft, subtle touches and then your boss music in that was fantastic. You look at the audio in this game and the soundtrack is absolutely amazing. The battle system is great. It's a turn-based game, turn-based Japanese RPG, and it's extremely challenging in the boss fights that I've been in so far. I'm very happy with it. Also, I think, right now we're starting to heat up because I think Wolong Fallen Dynasty, the reviews for that just came out sitting at an 82 on Metacritic. It's pretty much received very well. A lot of comparisons I've seen, I haven't had a chance to really look at it myself, but a lot of comparisons to the original Neo, which if you played that, you enjoyed that, then chances are you might enjoy this as well. I think there's also a demo out if you want to check the demo. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if they've taken that down since the game released.
Right.
And then we're ramping up right now for like Resident Evil 4 remake. That's like the big deal that's coming out next. I reacted recently to the most recent trailer for that game, and it's looking fantastic. I think it looks so good. I think it looks true to the original, updated in very positive ways. The reception towards everything that's been released so far has been insanely positive. So I have a feeling that when Resident Evil 4 remake launches, which I think is in just like maybe in the next 2 weeks, I believe.
Yeah.
The 24th? Okay, yeah. So thank you. Appreciate you.
3 weeks.
So on the so 3 weeks when it drops, I think it's going to be huge.
I think it's edition pre-ordered.
You got the collector's edition? Yeah, yeah.
I got to get my another Leon statue.
Oh yeah. How much is the collector's?
Was
3.
Yeah,
it's got to be. Yeah, it's way up there. But this is looking like
another Leon.
Yeah.
I
thought they were gonna.
Do they have different versions?
No, I think
I got a Leon and a Jill statue from the 2 and 3. I wasn't able to get the 8 in time because that would have gave me a Chris Redfield. I kind of figured it was going to be Leon again, but it would be Leon in his only other iconic look aside from the RPG uniform jacket. So
That's fair. I mean, to be honest with you, this looks like a home run for Capcom right now, and so
They have been killing
They
it.
announced that they got a thing coming up, a showcase or something, a Capcom showcase.
yeah. I've been hearing about it. I don't know the exact date of it. Do you know if a date has come out?
I saw it earlier. I could not tell you. I think it's the 9th.
We're gonna
Yeah.
look real quick.
It looks like they got something coming up soon. I mean, it makes total sense for Capcom to take advantage of this hype going into Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
To, if they're smart, you would take advantage of it and have a showcase and try to show off other games launching maybe later this year, for instance,
Obviously,
to start building.
6, you know?
Exactly. You want to start building. You want to build hype for that next thing. So it makes total sense for Capcom to have some kind of showcase in March. I don't know, like I said, I'm not sure if they're having one or not, but if they do, I think it makes total sense to piggyback off this hype for one game to promote the next couple of games you got coming out over the next year. But so far, Resident Evil 4 remake looks like it's going to be fantastic. I'm hyped for it. Can't wait to play it on stream.
Year again, we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's funny because right now, the other, I would say the other really high contender for it that's already been released is also a remake, and that's Dead Space.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Dead Space exists because Resident Evil 4 exists.
So that the connection there, and knowing that both of them are, likely, I feel comfortable saying this, likely going to be considered for Game of the Year. I mean, the Game of the Year awards in 2023, when we get to December and Jeff Keighley has his show, it's going to be lit, because not only are you going to have probably both of those games in it, but then Hogwarts Legacy is either going to be in it or not be in it, and either way people are going to be mad. So the Game of the Year discussion this year is going to be fucking crazy.
Yeah, and I looked it up. The only thing I could find Capcom wise event, well, because I didn't go too deep into it, was the Capcom Cup.
Okay.
From the 12th to the 19th.
So what we might have right
that
now,
was the championship series of like all their games that they were running, fighter wise.
So what we might have right now are leaks.
Okay.
We might have possible leaks. Maybe Capcom hasn't made an official statement, but I think that, like I said, with all of the hype for this game, it makes sense to me for them to try and piggyback that hype to other games.
Yeah.
And they got Street Fighter 6, like we talked about.
March 9th?
Yeah, March 9th at 2:30.
March 9th.
Like I said, it was, but
Okay. That's well, like I said, it makes total sense that they would want to go ahead and use this hype.
Oh yeah, they got the Exo Primal game. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, they do have
the
that.
game with dinosaurs by Capcom that's not Dino Crisis.
Yeah, but
I don't wanna
ties
talk
into
about
its universe somehow or something. Like, we just wanted Dino Crisis, man. What are you doing?
it ties into Dino Crisis.
There are references to Dino Crisis. I'm not sure if it's confirmed to be in the same universe, but they made like very blatant references to Dino Crisis in the first trailer, like using the same names for certain things. I can't remember exactly because I read about it a while ago, but apparently it is in the same universe from what I've read. Maybe they were hinting at. They know we want it.
Yeah.
And they want money. So
Yeah,
I don't
they
know
want money.
what's going on.
And I don't remember being more terrified as a child than Dino Crisis 2 when the raptors coming down the hall at you.
The only
And
thing
you
that
don't
I can
notice it at first because it's like the Capcom camera angles.
Yeah.
And like right when you walk past a certain area, you see another camera angle. And the first time I'm walking down this white fucking hallway, it's just looking at me.
Yep.
And then right after I crossed that threshold on this side, fucking Blue from Jurassic Park is running this way.
Yep.
Right at me and shit. And like it was where Capcom was so good about it, like I couldn't just run to the other side because then that motherfucker followed me into the other side. So I had to gather myself and go change my underwear. It was pretty crazy. I think I was inebriated. I'm not too sure. But it was a bad time.
I mean, either way, like I think it's coming. I would, if I had to put money down with Dino Crisis, my money is that Capcom knows we want it. Of course, Capcom wants our money. I think right now they're on this Resident Evil remake kick. After 4, people think they're gonna chill on that. They've got the next Street Fighter coming out. I don't know if they will do a remake for 5.
One more.
You think? What do you think it'll be? Do you think it'll be 5?
No, not 5 at all.
What do you think it might be?
Code Veronica. It needs the remake.
100% agree.
It needs it.
100% agree. 100%. Like Code Veronica. I mean, I don't know how popular Code Veronica was in the overall like universe of Resident Evil, but it's one of my favorite games of all time. Code Veronica is amazing. So yeah, that would be excellent. So I think that right now it's just a matter of like Dino Crisis. That's probably on the back burner for these other games that they want to get out, but I do think it's coming eventually. Also, I think Dino Crisis is a little bit of a trickier remake than maybe Resident Evil in some respects. So I do think we're going to get it, but right now Resident Evil 4 remake dropping this month, and I think that's going to be huge. I think it's going to take over everything when it drops for a little while, and then the next big thing after that, obviously, I mean, we've got some stuff in May, but I think people are going to be looking at Zelda. Yeah, so that's pretty much everything I got for gaming, but like I said, this whole year is hot.
It is.
You know?
Between Jedi Survivor,
Yep.
Resident Evil, Street Fighter, there's so much stuff happening.
100%. This is going to be an incredible year, and last year was an incredible year.
I don't have enough money, Rick. Nobody
Same.
has enough money to do this.
Same. And just for a little cherry on top, there was a new like extended gameplay trailer for Dead Island 2 that came out.
That's right. I did see that, and
That's
it
right.
looked awesome.
Yeah, and people are extremely hyped for this. Been waiting
I was
so
so
long.
pissed. I was like, I'm not buying this one. I'm not buying this
Dead
one.
Island come out?
Like 2013 or something. It's been a
It was
while.
Xbox. It was Xbox One,
Yeah, it's a while.
and no
360.
360.
Yeah. It was like, yeah, it's been like
And then-
2012, 2013 maybe.
And then was it the second one where the dude in the commercial had the hockey stick with the two chainsaws on both ends?
I think that's Dead Rising.
Yeah.
That was Dead Rising?
Yep.
Okay.
Wish
Dead Island.
That was a fun franchise though.
Dead Island was Dead Rising the mall or Dead Island the mall?
Dead Rising. Yeah. Shout out to Lollipop Chainsaw though.
Oh, isn't that getting a remake too?
I believe so.
Yeah, I'm actually gonna pick it up this time.
Shout out to Lollipop. But I think
All
Dead
those-
Island 2, what's that, end of May? Is that end of May? I believe it is, yeah. I believe it's end of May.
It looks
So
good.
just so much to look forward to in gaming right now. As a streamer, it's like fucking brutal for me right now.
I know you've seen it, but you've seen the Walking Dead game that's coming out, right?
Yes.
It's ridiculous.
Looks-
It's
The Walking Dead game.
yeah. It's the 4 different stories between the people, and I guess you can play the 4 different stories until they get together and do their
So they're
thing.
making a game off the show. Someone should do that for that Last of Us show.
Yeah. Yeah.
You should do that.
I would love to see a game based off that, you know.
I don't think that these are characters from the book, but yeah, it is just as funny that people are like, yeah, this would totally be a fucking video game.
Wait, that's the thing?
That's the thing. Yeah.
Shut
Oh yeah, it's because you got to remember, you know, there are lots of gamers out there, and then there are lots of people who game and have HBO Max, and then there's some people who just like to watch TV, and they're like, yeah, this would be a great video game if I ever play video games.
Now being exposed to Last of Us who've never played the games, never had any desire, you know, but this story has like changed their perception of like, okay, what exactly is in these games?
Yep. I told David Hutchinson today, I was at the book tavern. I said to him, he said, you know, I've been thinking about watching The Last of Us. I said, well, you need to. He said, and I said, you know, and if you're at any, you know, because he came back to PlayStation for a little bit to play God of War because the story was so good. I was like, if you like story, first and foremost, you got to play Ragnarok. But at the same time, you have to play Last of Us. Last of Us 2, because even if you watch the show, the first 10 minutes of the show and the first 10 minutes of the game are boo-hooing. Nothing but like you're crying your dick off, right?
Yep.
And he's like, wait a minute, is it worse than Up? I said 10 times worse than Up.
It is. Although shout out to Up.
Yeah, shout out to Up for being the upset
Yeah.
of the fucking
That's the
Disney
barometer.
Pixar series.
Yeah. I mean, that's a hell of a compliment to Last of Us if you can be sadder than the opening of Up. You know what I mean? Because like in Up, shout out to them in within like maybe like 4 minutes, they just had us all like fucking boo-hooing. Like, I brought my kid to see it. I thought this was gonna be fun. What?
Not to mention,
And without words.
Yeah. They just
without words. Yeah,
it hurt, bro.
a couple words. There were a couple words she said to him before they went into the silent part. But yeah, I feel you. And then in Last of Us, how the difference between the show and the game, a lot of people gave it shit, but even Druckmann was like, listen, I don't want a carbon copy. I'm gonna make things the same.
Yep.
But at the same time, like episode 3, that could have been a movie all in its own. One of the best love stories ever told. And it's something that fucking threw people through a fucking ringer, but they just can't get past the fact that that's probably one of the best told fucking love stories ever in an apocalypse. Even without the apocalypse, it was still badass. But
Man, beautiful. Oh, and I just want to mention this.
Ron Swanson just further proving that he truly is a man's man.
Shout out, yes. Incredible performance.
Yeah.
Incredible.
And he even did his goofy real laugh.
Yeah.
And this, so nice.
I mean, the attention to detail, amazing. You know, like, let it in. They let it in. I love it. But I also wanted to mention, because for a lot of us that also love narrative games, it hurt, but it didn't necessarily surprise. The Wolf Among Us 2 was delayed out of 2023. And, if any of you like Telltale, I don't know if you've played The Walking Dead. Speaking of which, Telltale.
I do have I played the first Wolf.
Walking Dead, Batman, all types of stuff. I watched you play Batman Telltale.
Yeah, I think the first season of
was right before you came here.
Beautiful. And the first season of The Wolf Among Us was amazing. It was just so captivating and such an intriguing twist on like the whole fairy tale like stories and mixing and matching these characters like from like the Three Little Pigs and Snow White and all this. Fans have been waiting for I think about 10 years. If not, it's been over half a decade, almost a decade. Fans have been waiting for a sequel to The Wolf Among Us, which ended on a cliffhanger, and we thought we were finally going to get it, and it's been delayed out of this year. Obviously, there's been a lot of studio stuff with this game. It's changed hands a couple of times. Studio shut down, was bought by somebody, and then reopened, and all this other stuff. The studio has commented that they're still committed to putting the game out, but they need a little bit more time. We'll see what happens with it. It's not something that I've given up on or anything like that. I still hope it comes out and that it's great, but the first one, I think the issue is the first one was so good. The story was told so well. The characters were so captivating and so interesting. And then you've got this long wait that it becomes a situation where the longer you drag it out before the sequel comes out, expectations kind of grow over time a little bit. I think it's a part of that is nostalgia setting in, because now you're talking about 10 years ago and people are like, so the nostalgia is a part of it now. Whereas like if we're talking about 2 or 3 years for a sequel, there's not that much nostalgia really in that. So it's just the bar is getting higher and higher. I hope they're able to clear it. Just wanted to mention that.
Not to mention the population grows as time goes by because you got more and more people being introduced to it.
Yeah.
Even the slow down trickle effect still adds millions and millions of point of views to the mix. So it can hopefully it doesn't hurt what they're trying to commit to when it comes out, because we all know that when we put expectations on things, it tends to break our heart, and then when we walk into a theater with no expectations, we get blown the fuck away. So
exactly. Look at Hi-Fi Rush. Shadow dropped from Microsoft and just blew everyone away. No expectations, didn't know what to expect. It drops, it's on Game Pass, everybody's playing it. It's sitting at like a 98% on Steam. I mean, this game is probably going to I think that if it would not be surprising for it to be considered Game of the Year, like for it to get nominated, honestly, for as well as it's been received, but I don't think it will. I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't, just because it's kind of an indie title. It's kind of a smaller experience, a shorter experience, but shadow dropping, you don't have to worry about clearing that bar. You don't have to worry about clearing the hype. Yeah. So, we'll see what happens, but yeah, The Wolf Among Us 2, I'm really hoping they're able to pull off a successful sequel, because the first one is just absolutely cherished in the gaming community.
Too easy? Well, thank you, Rex.
You're welcome. I kind of feel bad. I feel like I kind of dragged out my part. I'm sorry. There's just so much to talk about. And Elden Ring DLC is coming out. Sorry. Shadows of the Erdtree. Sorry. And I'm done.
When is it coming out? Because everybody is excited. It hadn't. Oh, okay. It just. Yeah. But it is this year.
It's been announced. Yeah.
They showed a picture, some actual official artwork coming soon. They announced what the title was, Shadow of the Erd Tree. And
Is there a boss photo? A final boss photo?
no, there wasn't a final boss.
Nah, they're not going to give that away yet.
Just what looks like Mikola sitting on Torrent. And you see the Erd Tree in the background, and it's like all twisted up, and there's gold coming from it. And, yeah, looks cool. Breathtaking.
You think it's a before the story or after the story?
Don't know when to place it. Part of me wants to say it is after the story.
So the world's already burned and regrowed or whatever?
Well,
Or
we burned a tree.
Oh, that's right.
Right.
No. One of the endings, the whole fucking planet on fire.
Oh yeah, the World of Fire. Doug.
My bad. I was talking about one of the extras that he had to do as he completed the game.
For the
When he platted it, yeah.
So I went back and did the three fingers when you first encounter him way at the bottom of that thing. Mm-hmm. And then get grabbed by the thing, come back, touch the maiden that's down there, the Shibiri grape lady.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep.
The grapes too come out their eyeballs. So anyway, her eyes burn out of her head when you touch her. And
Yeah.
tells you all this stuff, this prophecy of the World of Fire that you'll usher in and burn everything away to usher in something new. And then you go back and that's how you get that ending. Now technically that's a bad ending. The good ending is everybody's waifu Ronnie, who gives you the age of the moon and all that stuff.
And lets you smell her feet.
Yeah.
I got you. It's what everybody fights for these days.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they're tying in whatever the ending was to it. Now,
Right.
It would be kind of cool if whatever you did for an ending carried over. But
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure that with what they delivered, that they will happily make sure that they keep the momentum going, at least for the first DLC. We'll see.
For sure.
I mean, but
I'm just curious how big it's going to be. Like, if it's a
That's what she
$30
said.
DLC, I'm expecting quite a bit of DLC.
it's $30.
We don't know yet.
What did you say? What did you say? You said something. What'd you say? What'd you say?
I'm sorry, what?
Can you rewind?
I wanted to say thank you for just allowing me to have such an extended segment, but I just, February and March those are probably the biggest months of the year right now, heading in until we get to Starfield and September, October, November. That area will probably be pretty heavy.
Right.
But yeah, man, there's just so much going on right now. So I just wanted to talk. I kind of wanted to just touch on everything a little bit, let people know what's going on.
That's fair.
Yeah, for
All
sure.
right. Well,
thank you.
With that, we'll move into the comic verse.
Hell yeah.
And today, Oz was working with the boss, and so I went to the comic book store, and hopefully I didn't disappoint because he only had one title that was actually meant for his subscriptions. So everything else was chosen by moi. So let's see how it goes.
First and foremost, just want to bring some attention. Those are some dope shoes.
Well, thank you.
Those now?
Those are yes.
They look awesome.
The other ones, they were starting to come apart, so had to refresh. I'm not an Auburn fan, for anybody out there, but most people don't care because we're all nerds, not really sports. So
Keeping it covered to myself because you see that back and you just don't even know what to think.
that's fair. Yep.
This book is All Night and Every Day. Now, just from the cover,
Yeah.
what do you think this book is about?
Having sex all night and every day.
I know, right? Seems like a kind of racy looking
Yeah.
title, right?
The penthouse letter.
It's not that at all. It's by Ray Fox. The artist is Andrea Fratella.
Okay.
And it's a bit interesting.
Okay.
So it opens with, woman ditched at the altar, husband's been missing for 2 years.
Done.
Cool.
Gotcha.
So her friends are gearing up, they're going out for a night on the town. Get out of your head, right? And as it keeps going, it's like she goes to this party she doesn't want to be at, and she takes a drink, and all of a sudden you think, oh, she's feeling some kind of way. Did somebody do something to her drink?
Mm-hmm.
And it goes on, and it's like she wanders into a room and she doesn't recognize anybody there at the point. It's like, how big is this place that we're in? And then that's when some random chick comes up and say, hey, don't I know you? When did you get here? And it's like, I'm trying to find my way back to my friends. And she's calling out her friends' names and all that stuff. Anyway, chick says, it's like, good luck trying to get out of here. You can't leave unless he wants you to. It's like, you don't think anything of it. She goes to another door. More people partying. No sign of her friends. Opens another door. It's just more people partying. No sign of her friends. And it's like kind of getting weird, Eventually she opens the door. She finds boyfriend who ran off, left her at the altar 2 years ago. He's been trapped into this place. Anyway, as the story goes, it's like it's kind of bonkers, and it's like it's one of those like at first I didn't like it. The more I sat with it, the more it's like I see what they were going for.
Okay,
it's kind of Twilight Zone story, because like once they meet and run into each other, it's been 2 years. Apparently, she's been pent up, so they bang. All right, and then that's the extent of that. The rest of this book is like bonkers. It goes really sideways.
I saw Nazis in there.
Yeah, they were, and they weren't even like doing Nazi stuff. They didn't say anything that was remotely Nazi-ish. They just had swastikas. So
They fetishize it?
yeah, it was weird, man. Like I'm not even gonna show it because this is YouTube.
For reasons.
Yeah, it's for reasons. But no, they just have decorative swastikas.
I love the velour.
Yeah. Well. Needless to say, it gets to the end and you find out like old dude was he said he was on the way to the church. When he entered the church, he found himself here. Well, that never happened. Instead, he got cold feet, went out to a bar, and got pulled into this place. And this place pulls in people who are trying to get lost and run for themselves. It pulled her in to face the truth. It's I'm not gonna give away the ending because I feel like it's one of those. I'm rarely on the fence whether or not I like something or I dislike something.
Right.
Like this gave me vibes of like the Me You Love in the Dark, how bad that was, but it also gave me some hope, like with the Wrestler book, where it was like he was damned to, meet the guy he left for dead, and it was a lot like that. And it's like I'm gonna give it a pass. It's like
Okay.
I see what they were trying to do, and I respect it. And it's like if you don't think too hard about it, it's actually pretty good.
Okay.
Like me, I'm really cerebral, so the book I actually strongly disliked was Crunk's Elf Adventures.
But the cover makes it look so fun.
I'm sorry, what? Crunk's Elf Adventures?
Yeah. All right. So, like with an anime or a pilot TV show, if you're doing an issue number 1, what does that first thing need to do? It needs to be able to grab you. And it's like, I am not the target audience for this book.
Okay.
Now, I know that you were under, like, because, I'm a big fan of Elf Quest, so I think
Right.
I mentioned it a couple times on the
You
show
have,
before.
yeah.
Elf Quest is really special. It's near and dear to me.
Yes.
This book is not that. It's got some very insensitive stereotypes to, people in modern day.
Call it out, bro. I want to hear.
Hey, I gotta obey the terms and services. I'm not trying to get canceled.
Is there a hard R in there?
Does it?
No.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Is it just not done tastefully?
Our genie who doesn't grant wishes is a big tell. No. Pretty much.
Nah. You wish.
That's a nope.
Well, the thing is that you know how genies come out of a lamp? Well, they find themselves in this treasure room, and it's not a lamp. The guy picks it up. He's trying to figure out it's this little box. It's like, is this a closet? It's a tiny closet.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
I don't think I get it.
So,
Jesus.
Could you explain for the people who don't know?
Oh my God, no, Jeff.
So basically,
like, I could see that it was trying to be funny, and it wasn't. It was like one of those, like you see that, like, that's what you're getting out of it. Like, okay.
Is it like that?
Scoff.
Yeah. But apparently the story is about, like, how misinformation spreads and how it can be spread through the generations as well as, interpersonally. And it's kind of like going back, they're being sent back in time to when apparently this great massacre happened that wiped out a bunch of the elves and stuff. But they're presenting this kind of like, this like retelling through like a fantasy format. And it's like, I'm not quite sure the angle you're trying to take. Because you introduced us to the characters, but you didn't give us anything to like really want to latch on to.
Yeah.
That, and I found the art kind of annoying. So, You got like this immortal witch chick who bad things keep happening to, so that's misogyny. You got
Oh my God.
like literally like she pops out and like the genie who just came out of the closet's like, ooh, what's that creature? Disgusting, and tells the horse to bash it. So it's like, I don't know what the angle is, but it's like it's not. It didn't entertain. Like I found it more kind of childish. So yeah, I would not give Crunk's Elf Adventure recommend, but who knows? Maybe this might work for some people. For me, I'm gonna say yeah, that happened.
What was just a question? What was, in your opinion, the most redeeming quality about it?
The most redeeming quality about it would be the letterer, the person who did the words and the bubbles. I could read that really well.
Shout out to that person.
Good job to the letterer.
I don't know if they're mentioned in there. They might be. I don't know.
They're mentioning it. I'm not gonna open it up.
No, you shouldn't.
That, and it's a signed copy, and I feel kind of bad, but it's like, I didn't feel it. Book I am feeling though. It's Hallows Eve.
Nice.
Remember Hallows Eve, right? Mm-hmm. You don't remember.
Oh, that's good.
He wasn't there for that.
I haven't heard of it. No.
So back during the Dark Web run, where we were reading Spider-Man and Venom, well, there just happened to be a Dark Web event going on, which saw Ben Reilly, Chasm, going to hell and pretty much bringing demons to take over New York while trying to convince Spider-Man to switch places so he can have memories back. Of course, that didn't happen. Meanwhile, Madeline Pryor decided to give Ben Reilly these demon powers and make him a Lord of Limbo, and also took his girlfriend, Janine, and made her All Hallows Eve and gave her pretty much a bag of holding. It's a bag with infinite space in it, as well as able to spawn mask that she can then put on and assume the powers of whatever mask she puts on. And you kind of see that in full display here. You see, like I really want to make these. So
I thought you like.
Yeah, like there's. Well, I like the character, like, because it was such, like, I saw her debut, her introduction. It was like, it was such a cool and refreshing concept for a character. And so you're introduced to Janine, and she's out and about, and that's when, like, you see that she pops up. She's wanted for murder. So what does she do? She puts on the model mask, changes identity on the fly.
That's cool.
Sneaks around, and she's after some money. You get this beautiful splash page. It's just a cover in red. But yeah, it kind of tells you about Janine Godby and how she got this way and all that. And so, like, she's a fairly new character, but I love the design. I love the ability. So she's trying to get into a bank. She puts on the ghost mask, becomes a ghost. So she's intangible. She can pass through walls. Like, I think that's really cool. Like, technically, that kind of makes her a mega level if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, what's stopping her from putting on like a mask of Legion from the X-Men? Like, absolutely nothing. She gets into the bank, realizes she can't touch the money, takes off the ghost mask. Security guard comes in. She puts on a werewolf mask and is able to, like, overpower the security guard and get away with the cash.
Right.
Wow.
Anyway, this pulls in like like, it's actually a really good book.
It seems like
I really like the art.
The mask though, like, does she? Are they?
She can switch them out in her bags.
No, that's what. Like, is there an infinite number of masks? Does she make the mask?
From what it seems is that whatever mask she needs would be available to her. She just has to think
she has to. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
All right.
And it will be in that bag. That's part of the demonic
Power of thinking.
So it's like a Philosopher's Stone thing.
Kinda, but it's within the bag and it's only mask.
Right.
So it's like, I can't wish for have like Spider-Man powers.
Right.
Now, if she found a Spider-Man mask in her bag,
then you could get the powers.
Exactly.
So it's the evil version of Live, Laugh, Love. I got it.
So anyway, you get like the security guard attack, and that's when people like trying to figure out like what's going on with this werewolf attacking during the day with like no moon to transform, because that's canonical to the Marvel.
Not to
comics.
mention it's just out of place regardless.
Yeah, it's kind of out of place. Anyway, like she manages to get back to her little hideout. She's counting her dough. She's chilling. The chick from the Beyond Corporation who had hired Ben Reilly on in the first place, they were wiping his memories.
Oh, okay.
to try and keep control of him. And when she caught wind of this, she was trying to help him. They had wiped his memories, and he thought that Peter Parker had taken his memories. And that's what started this whole divide, this chasm between them.
Okay. Weird.
Anyway, it gets to a point where the security guard she attacked to get away from, he is taken out on a stretcher, and they're trying to question him, and that's when he turns into a werewolf. That right there kind of makes her beyond Omega level, because not only she's, for all intents and purposes, a human with some demonic powers. But to think about it like this: you put on a mask of a zombie and you bite somebody.
They become a zombie.
That's kind of sick. And the more you think about the
You could be as twisted as you want.
Yeah. So Hallows Eve, I'm wanting to bet that this is a one shot, but it looks like it's going to be continued.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to add this to the pull list because one, I like the character.
Yeah.
It's refreshing. Yeah. Hallows Eve is a win. Book I like the most tonight: Roach Mill. Yes. Roach Mill. This is right up my alley. This book is actually not a current book. This has been recently put out in today's age. The original copy of this would have came out in 86, 87. This is a love letter, and they're bringing it back, and they're re-releasing it. It was never a super popular book. It was just this guy and his friend, and they made some art together, and now this is that dream fully realized. But it would have come out back in the 80s under Blackthorn Press, and then it was with Dark Horse a little while there.
Yeah.
And then kind of disappeared, and now it's back. And
With It's Alive.
Yeah, with It's Alive Publishing. And what I like about it is this cover, it's completely erroneous to what's inside the book. What I like about this era of comics, because back when they didn't have a lot of money, you didn't have money for colors and inks. That was what the big comic book publishers did. This was done purely outlaw style. So you get a lot of heavy black and white bold lines. You get Zipatone, which is all that shading that you see right there. It's done the old school way, and I absolutely love it. It's hyper violent, it's crass, it's funny, and we start off with Roach Mill, who's an exterminator, and he kind of looks like Dirty Harry, and he's got an extra pair of roach arms coming out of his back. And he is an exterminator, and we've reached a point in the future where we had aliens living among us, and then you're able to get a license to exterminate aliens because they're too much, and eventually they changed the license to include humans. So pretty much anything that's a pest, you can hire an exterminator for, and that's what he is. He is pest control. So if he's getting on my nerves, I can just call
Roach Mill,
and then he'll come and
he'll
Take care of business.
and
huh?
he'll cut the rest of that hair off, and then he won't be a pest anymore.
So is this like a straight reissue, or is this if this was a video game, is this a remaster, remake?
This is pretty much a remaster. They cleaned it up a little bit, which I kind of dislike, but they kept it true to its format and its origin. So all the stuff is there. Now, I love outlaw comics. The Crow, one of my favorites, is an outlaw comic.
Wow. Did they do it with the blessing of the original creators?
Yeah, the original creators are the ones putting this out.
They're the ones that, okay, that's great.
Mm-hmm. They're putting it out, and it's they're going to be continuing it with Roach Mill 2, and they're asking which character was he based off of? Clearly Clint Eastwood,
Right.
And I love that style. It's such a great throwback.
So it's all black and white?
Yeah, outlaw comics were always done in black and white.
Wow.
And they pretty much go about talking about how they got it made, and then of course there's a beautiful tribute to Andrew Ford back here, who was the in part owner of It's Alive Comics. So we lost him, but he is gone but not forgotten.
His work lives on.
Yeah, I will be adding this to the pull list. Now, what is this book actually about? Oh, he is being thrown into prison because apparently he killed somebody he wasn't supposed to, but he is being framed. Don't know who he's being framed by, but he stages his own prison escape and it's pretty brutal in Ruckus because they threw him in the pit with a bunch of other alien DJs and stuff. So it's a fun book, hyper violent, really cool, very old school feeling. Kind of miss that. It's entertaining for the sake of being entertaining.
That's great.
And that is the comic verse.
Sorry,
wow,
I missed
it's
the last half of that.
Oh no, that's okay. Oh,
super.
Speaking of comic verse, did happen to see Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania.
Yes.
Is it as bad as people keep saying it is?
really
Like,
isn't.
what were your thoughts on it?
The only thing there was two things I did not like. I did not like the design of MODOK. I'm a big fan of those weird villains in Marvel Comics. MODOK is one of those.
Right.
I did not like the design they went with.
Is it really what they've been posting on the internet lately?
Yes.
Like
Really
that
is.
weird.
Yes.
Wow, that's. I thought that
didn't
had to
like
be a troll.
That the CGI was a bit iffy, and I found myself in situations where you have people fighting, but it's just things happening. It was a lot like watching the Transformers movies to me.
I got you.
Lots of stuff going on. Not
Lots of noise.
I can't follow. I don't know who the good guys are, who the bad guys are. It's just all hell breaking loose.
Right.
So I didn't like that, but the rest of the movie is really great. Of course, Jonathan Majors steals the show.
Well,
Hands down.
1 to 10, what would you give it?
I would give this one a 7.
7.
It's good. It needed a little bit more time to cook.
Yep.
That CGI was questionable.
Right.
But overall, I can tell that they reshot it because I feel like this was a lot more like Love and Thunder before the reshoots. And the tone was kind of all over the place as a result because they tried to keep this one a little bit more serious than Love and Thunder went. It was like Love
Which
and
they
Thunder,
should have.
Yeah. Love and Thunder starts with a guy losing his daughter, then being told that God doesn't even care about you.
Right.
He kills his God, and it immediately goes into like jokes. And then, oh yeah, Jane Foster's dying of cancer. More jokes. It was like, yeah, they veered away from that, and I appreciate that. But yeah,
Right.
Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania, it's a good movie.
I enjoyed it.
Do you think the poor reception of it will hurt the chances of another Ant-Man movie?
No.
No?
Not at all. Not to mention like Jonathan Majors. Like if you've seen him lately, he's all jacked. Like his back will be carrying the next several movies. So.
And I mean, Ant-Man's like, like what I guess a low quality goat to me.
Right. Yeah.
It's like I see people speculating now after this. It's like rumored in season 2 of Moon Knight. Moon Knight will go against Kang's Egyptian counterpart Rama Tut. It's like absolutely not. Moon Knight is okay. Kang would run his fate. Like yeah, yeah. Moon Knight can't do anything with Kang. So nice. I see what you're doing, but Rama Tut, I'm pretty sure they'll be saving that for Fantastic Four. So.
Right.
Makes the most sense to me. That's who encountered Rama Tut.
And
That's
the two post credit scenes were really good.
Yeah.
Very wonderful. So that was Comicverse. Go see Quantumania. Tell us what you think. And also understand that I didn't really like MODOK either, but I did like. I guess I liked the arc. I guess it was somewhat questionable.
Like
but
the narrative around the character, is that what you mean?
no, I can appreciate a good arc, and the arc from like character development. If you look at character development in every scene, it's supposed to be a contrast from beginning to end, and then
Right.
in every act, same contrast, and then in the movie, another contrast. So, you got MODOK. If you know who MODOK is, they go with that, and then they go with. I don't want to spoil it, but I didn't mind it just from that. But yeah, it was a little bit cheesy around the whole how they fucking made him look. They could have done a little bit better. Maybe we should have. Maybe you know what we should have done? We should have done a fucking Sonic thing. We should have fucking found out what he looked like, and then fucking protested until they fucking fixed his face.
It's still incredible to me how successful that protest was and that they actually fixed Sonic. Like, it still blows me away that, like, the fans got a dub like that. Incredible.
Honestly, I would have preferred for them to have done MODOK like a Muppet. Like classic 80s style, foam latex.
Yeah.
Oh,
I still would have taken that over what they gave us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would have preferred that look from MODOK than what they did. Like,
Can you imagine the rest of the movie being badass CGI and then this fucking puppet dude fucking comes out? Like,
Well, considering
sometimes it works. Sometimes it
works
can work
incredibly well.
Yeah, sometimes those green screen things can really fucking blow your goddamn mind. But at the same time, like, I can't imagine that because it'd be like a South Park thing. They'd be flying that motherfucker through the set,
Right.
Because they have to keep up with them and shit like that. I mean, it's
like practical when combined with CGI is magical. Pure CGI, over time you'll notice the movie looks flat, and that's just because resolutions for televisions and whatever plays those things changes.
fair.
It's like when you look at The Thing, John Carpenter classic. It's like you watch the original Thing, all the stuff that happens in that movie is actually happening. It's actually there. They originally wanted to do that for, what was it, the 2011 Thing movie that came out, which was like a prequel. And they built actual puppets, and they were like, with modern day technology and everything, planning to go all out and enhance with CGI. The studio decided to go the CGI route to make things cleaner, and it made a bad movie as a result. Like, you could have had something that would have been comparable had you allowed them to go fully practical.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel like with MODOK, the technology, hell, even the dinosaurs in the most recent Jurassic Park movie, for the most part, are still puppeted. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I don't see why they wouldn't have gone that route. And it's like, I guess they wanted to really include that actor in some kind of way. It's like, did you really know? Did anybody really care enough about Darren?
No, not this time.
To want to see him return and get a redemption arc? Like,
He was a badass. Don't get me wrong, he was. But I mean, like, I enjoyed the back and forth, and I enjoyed the conflict between the family. I thought that they played that very well, and I thought that it was really cool how Scott Lang's daughter's grown up to be an absolute dickhead, and it just works. And but yeah, go see it.
How it took the grandmother character so long to explain what the hell's going on when your whole family's in danger of something they don't know about.
I understand.
Character motivations like that bug me. But I can tell where the reshoots and the rewrites happen. So.
Right. So who's ready for a game?
Okay, let's go for it.
Let's go for it, right? You ready for a game? Huh?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Do we have any questions? I don't know if anybody has any questions.
I haven't seen any questions come in yet.
Okay, cool. Well then, let's get this ready. I'm gonna pass these out to the class.
We did get one that asked Rex to wear a costume.
Wear
in
a
an
costume? What kind of a costume?
in an IRL stream.
What kind of a costume?
Oh,
I say luchador.
It just says a costume.
Oh.
How much for sexy luchador outfits?
Oh, they can't be that much. It's a fucking mask. They don't even send you underwear because they expect you to have crazy ones on your arm.
I think he
A
thinks
luchador would have to have a cape too, right?
I think he said. I think he mistook luchador for lucha libre.
I think I did too.
Okay.
It's okay. I know what I did, and you know why I did it.
Okay.
You understand now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I fucked up.
Yeah.
Is that racist? Was that a racist thing? No.
Was that a racism?
Not. No, wait a minute. Was it classist?
No.
Was it?
It's ableist.
Was it ableist?
Yep.
Was it ageist? Was it polygamist?
What are you doing?
He's
We're
getting
waiting on
something.
you.
Yeah.
Get over here, you little cutie patootie.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Chill.
You know, I won't have as much to grab on to Rex. It just means I have to hold him closer.
I got this fuckboy haircut now. I'll take you home now.
Okay. So, here we go.
He said now it's a lot easier to grab you by the hair.
Now I know that
Oh, it's Mr. Suck Your Dick.
I know.
Let's go.
I know that Thunderstorm.
That was good.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's perfect time. But
boy.
as it is, everybody can remember when they were kids,
No.
their mother telling them things that they just had to believe because that's your mom.
Right, like the
Right.
Tooth Fairy or something, right?
Yeah, that. But there are things that they tried to make seem real out of real things that you found out were lies
Right.
later on in life. Maybe you did.
Right.
So I call this game severely misled.
Okay.
Okay? And how it is, the first part of it is, I'm just going to ask you certain things that your parents lied to you about, and you'll come up with the best answer that you can. Okay? Some of these will be gimmies. Of course, I award points for humor and crazy behavior, except for Rex, because we know how that goes. So, here we go. Probably one of the first lies I ever heard from my parent. As opposed to what she told me, it does not take 7 years to break down.
Okay. So our parents said it would take this 7 years to break down, but it actually doesn't.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
Was somebody whistling Bad Romance? It seemed like they were earlier.
That's got to be a DMCA.
Oh, really?
DMC.
The DMC?
Run DMCA.
Yeah.
It's like a lemon to a lime to a lemon.
Solid lemon cone.
Let's see. And keep in mind, chat, feel free to play, and feel free to keep making fun of Rex, and feel free to tell Ozzy that he's beautiful. Feel free to donate to Handicap Honcho's Olympic Adventures.
I'm not beautiful. The hair does a lot of the lifting for me. I take the hair off. It's just Uncle Fester sitting over here.
We will actually be doing a video pretty soon about supporting Handicap Legs' sporting adventures that he's going to have sponsored. Nerd Night's going to have to be a sponsor of his, because these things are going to get a little bit expensive. He's got to go all around the world to freaking do wheelchair games. Mm-hmm.
Could you repeat that the prompt again?
Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
don't focus on everything else. I'm just remembering the fact that there was one of the first slides that I remember. It does not take 7 years to break down.
Oh gosh. Okay.
It does not.
It definitely doesn't.
So, with that being said, Oz,
terrifying.
what you got, buddy? A loving relationship.
Give it a bad weekend, it's over.
Yeah.
You give it.
Don't take 7 years.
You give it 8 minutes, and then that never happens. This does. Yeah, absolutely. I feel you.
They keep talking over the movie. I'm out. I'm trying to watch this.
Don't watch a movie with melanin. For real. I love my wife, but
I love my wife.
We're chilling on her couch, watching television, snuggle all close.
and then she started singing.
While she's sitting like this, she just reaches down, starts biting her toenails.
What?
What? What's scarier, the film or that?
How about? Oh no! How about the one that sang to you?
Oh, the gospel.
Yeah, she started
concert.
singing.
Someone sang to Ozzy
Yeah. It was so
during
cringe.
a movie?
No, it was cringe. It was just like nothing happened. That was happening. Yeah.
Nothing's happening.
So just
Where?
started sing-
Where at? Like at a bar for karaoke?
No.
You're at her home.
Yeah. Just started
which made
singing
it
out of the
awkward.
Who
blue.
did you bring over?
I'm not talking. I didn't go.
It wasn't at our home. He came home to tell us this. And made sure
happened to me.
Made sure we were awake.
Like,
Are you guys awake? Yeah, what's up? Oh, I do. I have a story for you, bro.
Bro.
I'm swerving.
Oh, this was in the car they started doing it?
No.
You thinking about it later?
I made it. Yeah.
Bro, you must have rocked this woman's world.
I didn't do anything.
No,
That
he
she
didn't do
sang
nothing.
to you like
he didn't
that.
do nothing.
I didn't do anything.
He didn't do anything.
I didn't hit. No, it was just weird, man.
You might have narrowly
I
avoided.
blocked it out.
You might have narrowly avoided being a victim of a serial killer.
This motherfucker came home with like a 37-minute spiel
Holy shit.
of like how it just started out normal and the amount of cringe that just fucking skyrocketed.
It was fucking awesome.
right when like the first couple notes came out.
Oh
It's
my
like-
God.
It's everybody's seen E-Bomb's World and that dude trying to sing Amazing Grace. It was probably the same fucking feeling. You're in the congregation, and then it's full of,
Like she's super Jesus-y, but because I'm there, she's trying to put on, so she's like singing gospel to me, but she's like adding all these extra moans and stuff to it, trying to be sexy with it. I'm like,
Jesus.
No.
How did you meet this woman?
randomly.
God.
That's how this usually goes for me. I don't seek anybody out. Like it just happens.
All right.
Deal with
That's a story right there, Ozzy.
Rex, did you already see your answer?
No.
No, I didn't. God.
Right.
Mine was my self-esteem.
My self-esteem does
Didn't
not
last
break
7
down
years.
after 7 years. That's also a weekend if you think about it. All right, so
Yeah, you
Legs.
fall through a couple of gates on some stairs, and all of a sudden
more than your self-esteem
camera's
is
not
broken.
currently
you're questioning everything.
Go ahead.
My camera's not working currently.
It's
Oh
not?
no!
What's wrong?
It's just got the. You gotta press the button up there.
Cameras.
Oh, okay, hold on. I got you. Hold on. Shit.
Surprise y'all.
technical difficulties.
Let him look at my nuts.
Alls.
Don't switch to that camera, bro.
It's what's for dinner.
It's what's for dinner.
Yeah.
Oh
My
my
answer-
goodness.
Much like Oz's.
Oh no!
Great minds.
Doesn't take this long to fail. All right, you're right.
Their stories were so personal.
You lucky you get 7 days.
I was just trying to make a joke or something, man.
But you're sitting there talking about how personal it was, and I'm sure that your self-esteem was questionable.
Oh no, man, it's fine. It's okay.
So, legs, what did the chat say?
Jesus.
Bubblegum, which is the correct answer.
That is the correct answer.
And,
Jesus,
and
that's
tampons.
such a. Oh God.
Wait a minute.
7 days, not 7 years. Jesus Christ.
Clearly,
That
you
is-
never worked at a strip club.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, Chad. I put my mic back in front of my face. I totally recognized it. So, all right. Yep.
Wow.
Chat gets a million points.
Yeah, the
And,
bubble gum really got me.
And I think
That was a great answer.
I think that Oz and
Oz
I
and
think that
Justin
Oz and
tied.
Legs deserve pity points, and we're just gonna
That's a tie.
yeah.
You guys are going through it, huh?
Y'all deserve a win. So, all right. Another lie we were fed was that no matter what, this caused cramping and possibly death if you exaggerated as much as my mother did.
It caused cramping and possibly death if you exaggerate it as much as my mother did.
That's right.
Okay.
I mean, if it's the same thing as my parents, because they used to freak the fuck out.
Well, then put it.
All right. Something that your grandparent exaggerated, right? Because
No.
your mom is telling you this.
Like I'm talking about my mother and how.
Oh,
she
something your
exaggerated.
mother exaggerated?
But technically, every
How great her
parent
son
probably
was.
goes through this with the whole telling a child that this is gonna happen.
Oh,
Right.
right.
All right.
Cool. Can you repeat the plot again?
The thing is I've had to explain a lot of these to you multiple times, and I really don't know how to make it easier on you.
I really.
Because I think that I think that like you want to answer correctly, and like you can just embellish.
trying
as
so
bad
hard
as
to
you
be a
get.
good boy.
And that's okay. I understand. But when your first answer was self-esteem, you kind of knew it was a shit game. So, like, so
No,
just
it's
think
a
about
great-
what your parents said caused cramping,
Okay, what
and
caused
just
cramping?
go with that.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can
All
put
right,
whatever
Rex.
you want.
You go first, Rex.
Yeah.
Okay, hold
yeah,
on.
you're gonna go first.
Oh shit!
Put
You
the
ready?
pressure on him.
All right,
Look
so the
at him,
camera's
he's
on
writing.
him.
He's cheating.
He's
still
totally
writing.
cheating. He's still writing.
Dad's crooked penis
Dad's crooked penis
caused a lot of cramping according
caused
to
a
my mom.
lot of cramping.
Yeah.
And
Hit the left wall really hard.
I'm so glad
Jesus.
that.
Call him Clint Eastwood. You know what I'm saying?
Here we go. All right, Legs, what you got? coming out of the closet
Interesting.
causes cramping.
Yep.
It does. It does. There's an electrolyte
possibly
shift. Yeah, possibly death, especially in the South. I agree with his answer. And for Ozzy, Mr. Bashan.
Wait, what?
Just Mr. Bashan causes cramping. He's a brother's.
I'm avoiding terms of service.
His brother's one and only Dr. Scholl. And we're gonna move on. What's that say? What's that say?
God. Eating 30 minutes before you go swimming.
Got it.
Wait,
Right.
no, that's what you're supposed to do to avoid the cramps. Tank's penis baiting.
Yeah.
Tank's
Okay.
penis baiting.
That was my answer, and
baiting was
Ozzy's
the third
again,
one.
back to back.
Baiting was the third one. So Tank's penis. Huh, that causes cramping.
Again, my answer.
That E-dub.
Same thing.
If that's my sister, let me tell you something.
It's corked like a pig's tail.
What the fuck, man? Like, why would you say that?
It's terrible.
What would you say? All right, who said
Terrible
it?
sentence.
Who said
I
it?
hope someone's only listening to this.
Right, yeah. Just this part right here.
he say?
What the hell did that motherfucker just accuse me of? I ain't never watching this stupid ass miserable shit ever again.
Reported.
Canceled.
Fucking done.
All right, so who said that?
Break.
Oh, Brick
Shoulda
said
known.
my penis. Yeah,
Shout out, Brick.
it's always on his tongue.
Yeah, Tank's penis. Could open a
All
wine
right,
bottle
so
with that shit.
yep, it's definitely what they lied about was that eating before swimming causes cramping. They actually figured out it doesn't. Overeating can, but it usually does not cause cramping. Oh, and also the chewing gum thing. It only takes 3 to 4 days to get out of your system.
I still don't swallow chewing gum.
I know, but
No.
it's part. Yeah.
Okay, couple.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I take charcoal, but it's about the same thing.
Gang shit,
Yeah.
that's all we're on.
It's got menthol just flowing through your system without being broken down first.
Yep.
Yeah. It's actually pretty ingenious if you think about it.
Indeed.
All right. So, and the eating before swimming, like I said, doesn't really cause cramping, just overeating. All
Right.
Considering we have all, at one point, seen our parents naked.
Ew.
True.
Everybody has, right?
You know what? I don't.
We would happily,
Not by
I
choice.
can draw my dad's penis.
we could,
I can pick it out of the lineup.
considering that we've
Markers.
seen our parents naked,
Are you
right?
speaking draw as in like artist or like
As
howdy partner?
Art.
Draw.
This house is only big enough for one of them. Stick them up, Pilgrim.
It's obviously high noon.
Oh my god, it's like blazing
The
saddles.
quicken the bread. All right, here we go.
Got a new video to shoot later.
Considering we have all at one point seen our parents naked,
Right.
we would happily have gone blind doing this activity.
Considering, okay.
If you do it, you'll go blind.
Okay.
Is that easier for you?
I don't know. I've never heard that before.
You've never heard, your parents never said if you did something that you go blind? Okay, that's fine.
Stare at the sun.
Okay,
Damn it.
by all means.
Would you just shut up? I have to write something different.
You
Now,
did-
I know what
listen.
the right answer is, but I can't give that because this is too obvious. So I got to go for funny.
Jesus.
You do know how this game works, right? Like you can't go on
I'm just
Jeopardy
saying,
and shout the
somebody-
answer until they say, "Okay, it's your turn." Like, just go ahead.
Shit on Honcho's answer. I was like,
What is Robitussin? What is Tylenol? What is the asprin? You're off of Jeopardy.
oh my god.
Each of those answers counts as negative points.
People that annoy you. Let's see.
All right, Oswald Cobblepot.
Oh,
getting a Red Ryder BB gun for Xmas. You are damn right. And considering it is a Christmas question, Oz is an automatic winner unless somebody comes up with a better answer to the end of the game.
He's got a crazy lead. Like, wow.
He's got like, it's insane. He's Usain Bolt of just stupid ass games.
He established dominance early.
Rex, what'd you put?
Eating my vegetables.
Eating your vegetables will make you go blind.
Yep, I wish.
So,
hated-
so
hated
you,
them shits.
did you want to say not eating your vegetables, or were your parents just like that?
They were like that.
Got it. Done deal. Cool. Oh, that's right. You did tell me the spaghetti story.
Yeah. yeah.
Got it. Too easy? We'll share that later.
The noodle's not limp anymore.
Done deal.
Spaghetti.
And Monsieur Legs, as he scribbles
Spaghetti and a meatball.
Don't you worry about what I'm doing.
No, you're good. Rex ruined your answer. I can't be mad at you. So what you got?
Staring at people in wheelchairs.
Staring at people in wheelchairs.
Wow.
I didn't go blind.
That's
Well, yeah, right.
Oh.
Idiots.
Stupid parents.
All right. So
Oh,
what did
God.
chat say?
Rest in peace. Rip Bozo.
Jesus Christ. Santa Bukaki.
Santa Bukapi.
Bukkake?
Santa that. Santa that.
That was a
Made you
lie.
go blind.
That will not make you go blind.
Right. That's fair.
Photographing Tank's hairy asshole.
That's got to be Brick.
We
Brick's
know who
doing a
that
good
is.
job, yeah.
We know who that is. Love you, Brick. Thank you for coming by.
I'll send you a bedazzler next time we meet. Go ahead.
Dazzle Tank's asshole.
All right.
Wait,
What's the next thing we were
Wait
lied to about?
wait until you see this kaleidoscope.
I'm willing to bet it's already shiny.
I feel like it's just shades of brown.
Each polyp has its own name.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
right.
Tom Segura.
My internal hemorrhoids became my external hemorrhoids, and then I had a water park down there.
God, bro.
All right, so chat definitely wins a little bit, but I got to give it to Oz on this one. And
Oz nailed it.
and I'm so sorry,
Immediately.
The
Legs.
story for some reason.
Yeah, that's definitely a Christmas thing, and as it is, Legs. Once again, I'm sorry. I don't stare at you, but these things did
Anything,
come
try-
about a lot worse when
try
you
to
started
avoid
coming around.
contact.
So I need to remember that.
How can you not stare at that beard though? I mean, his beard is so mighty.
I
I
think
look
it's
at that shit all
staring
the
at
time.
the wheelchair, not necessarily who's in the wheelchair. It's at
He
the
said
wheelchair.
people in wheelchairs. Was that your answer?
That was
He's
his
the
answer.
person in the wheelchair. So if I look at his beard, I'm looking at the person in the wheelchair.
No, you're infatuating.
Technicality dismissed. Case closed.
You're infatuating. There's a difference.
Don't call him fat.
Just because. What?
You fucking fat bastard.
been
All right,
really
here we
trying
go.
to lose weight.
The answer was watching TV. Everybody being too close to the TV while watching.
Oh.
But at the same time, chat wins and everybody else has points except for Rex. So,
Jesus.
and to add to the lies, we were told, and could possibly also be misconstrued by dirty minds, this does not cause arthritis.
This does not cause arthritis.
No.
Okay.
You see how Legs looks at me when he's like thinking of an answer to write? He like looks over here and he gets lower and lower
Arthritis.
until he like gets to where he's gonna write the answer. Then he pops up for a second, he writes the answer. This does not cause arthritis.
It's like once you eliminate the obvious answers, what's funny?
Exactly.
Fuck.
That's
It's
why
like you gotta
we
be really,
play this game.
You got to be really creative.
Right. You have to put the Rex back into Rexcellent. You know, you have to make Rex Rexcellent.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll be seeing that in my chat for the next month.
Rexcellent.
Thanks. All right. Doesn't give you arthritis.
Rexcellent.
That was an excellent Rexual assault.
It was
Eating your
a,
vegetables.
Yeah. You know, the kids nowadays, they're not doing any sexting, which, you know, is the, you know, when you do the sex through texting, they're doing rexting, where instead of like, you know, actually having sex with each other via texting, they just talk about how many
All
candy
right.
bar wrappers they have in their
Really
room.
good at that.
Finally, I found an answer.
I have a Fifth Avenue bar. Oh my gosh.
Oh, tell me again. Do you also have little bits of string? Rex, what's your answer?
You know, I couldn't relate to this when I was a child,
Okay.
but now as an adult, I know factually it's not true. Pushing people around in wheelchairs.
Pushing people around in wheelchairs does not cause
It doesn't.
arthritis.
It doesn't.
It is true.
It doesn't. It causes depression.
Unless you don't wear your braces, and then that's where things happen in a bad way. Breaks you down. You know, that's why.
I guess if you push them uphill a lot, it could cause arthritis.
Yeah, you remember Atlanta? Oh, you weren't there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened.
It's
that was
just
fun,
better to
though.
let them go at that
I
point.
don't mind doing it, but
Let God take care of the
pushing
other
him
half.
from the Sheraton to Hard Rock, or where'd we go? Tin Lizzie.
Uh-huh.
Whew. Talk
Yeah,
about
dude.
my thighs screaming.
This is what I get
feel
for
like
trying to be
hard-
wholesome.
I feel like Hard Rock was worse than Tin Lizzy.
It was, and that's weird because Tin Lizzie was further. But then again, we were
Yeah,
fighting off bums. We're fighting off hobos who was following us across the street trying
Yeah,
to
but
get
the
money.
first time we fought off.
The gang of
fucking
kids.
gangsters.
Yeah, the gang of kids. They was reaching in people's windows trying to get money.
Yeah.
They were like,
Now
they
you're-
were like 10 years old. It was
Oof.
weird. I felt bad. But I was running because I had somebody in a wheelchair and I didn't want to get hurt.
Wow. That's
Yeah, I couldn't do
frustrating.
nothing. I wanted to do something, but I couldn't do nothing.
Now your me time.
I'm not no
hand is
punk ass bitch.
exhausted.
I'll save my friend. Yeah, that's how it is.
Loyalty.
And,
Loyalty.
and I'll keep with that because I'm not gonna pick up my phone right now.
That's the
So,
story
I
about
said
loyalty.
something nice.
What'd you say? Milking cows?
Yeah.
Milking
Just
cows
something-
does not cause arthritis. And you
know-
see, he could have been raised on a farm.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
fair. That's a genuine answer.
And then
I'm
I
sure.
get hit with a cripple joke.
That's fair. It wasn't no
Damn.
cripple joke.
I tried to rise above it, and he was like, "No, you sit low."
Ozzy, do you think it causes arthritis?
I'm just so glad that only your
know.
hand is
I'm
in
sure what he was milking.
Well, do you think like?
Does Riley Reid have arthritis?
So what did chat say?
That is an utter.
Yeah, that is utterly excellent.
I'm not gonna grab some.
There it is. Look how it circled around.
Excellent. Yeah, it's a circle.
All right, we
I
got.
haven't said that in a minute. It's a circle.
It's a circle.
Jesus Christ.
It's a feasible circle.
Sorry, go ahead. Shut up.
Both answers.
Go ahead.
Thrusting too much
Thrusting too much does not cause arthritis. I have to agree. Yep.
Yeah.
and helping your sister out of the washer.
Helping your sister out of the washer does not cause
They didn't even
arthritis.
say stepsister. God damn.
No, sometimes.
You wild.
You wilding out, bro.
Crazy
Like,
and
put
shit.
step in there, bro.
If Brick isn't from Alabama, I did.
Surprisingly.
That was
I knew
who?
that was.
That was no. Okay, got it. So I got it. So, yeah, it's actually cracking your knuckles. For everybody who didn't know, cracking your knuckles does not cause arthritis.
They did say that shit.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh, are we trying to guess?
He's in chat. That wasn't me.
Wait, are we trying to guess something?
Ozzy did not answer,
Wait.
and he actually wrote writing an apology for this game, which is very subtle, considering I did not call on him.
Extremely subtle.
Son of a bitch.
What does he mean by that?
Yeah. Oh no, I know what he means.
It's so abstract.
I know what
You
he
know
means.
what's fucked up is like I had put the camera on him and I was like,
Yeah,
No, he already answered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really is March. Okay, let's go.
March 2nd. Here we go. All right, so yeah, Ozzy wins. Shut up. No reason. Regardless of what you were told, this does not cause it to become thicker.
Okay. All right. Who's gonna say the obvious?
Yeah, no, that's, if you all say the obvious, then the game. You do realize that, right? All my games are designed. If you all had the exact same answer, I quit the game, and nobody's ever done it.
Everybody put the same answer, please.
Oh, that can't. That also
We all
can't
three
happen.
know
how
what
you
the
spell
answer
this
is.
shit? Hold on.
What?
No, it's
It's a 4-letter word.
it would be weird if y'all like all wrote it, like just picked a word. You all wrote the.
Man, it's only one of them. Man, see,
Y'all wrote fucking.
you want to threaten my family?
Yo,
What?
what?
Justin's getting violent for no reason.
Hold
Your
on
family
and tell
will
me
what?
I got to spell a word
What?
to freedom.
You can't take our land.
It's in your hands, Mr. Hall. All you gotta do is spell tomorrow correctly. Shit!
Shit. This is the worst and the best game you've ever made, bro. At the same time. Like, it's crazy.
God.
Oh, man, that was a compliment. Just in case you're
it's a compliment.
All right, well, for no particular reason, we're gonna go and see what Oz's answer first.
Getting it stung by a bee.
Okay.
Got it?
All right.
That's creative. That's creative.
I know what I have to do. I don't know if I have to
Use your imagination.
Yeah.
He's being a good
What is a
boy.
Pooh Bear to do?
What's a Pooh Bear to do? All right, Rex, what you got?
Drinking milk.
Drinking milk does not cause it to become thicker.
Oh, you're
right.
talking about. Oh.
Yeah, got it.
That it. Okay.
Yeah, got it. Yep.
That's funny as shit. That's the way you took that.
That's okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're wondering, yes, it does curdle in his mouth. So, legs.
Using a vacuum. Oh.
Using a vacuum does not cause it to become thicker. All right? And chat?
I thought my answer was obvious.
Using your hair.
Okay.
All right, drinking your hair. Okay, good answer. So reminding me of Faisal.
What?
Is that the only answer?
Oh,
All right.
you said drinking and hair?
No, it just says your hair.
Oh, the actual answer is shaving your hair.
Yeah. Shaving your hair.
It becomes thicker and darker.
Oh, I've heard that about your beard. Like if you shave your beard, it grows thicker
So
each time.
so that was one of those things they told us, but in all actuality, if you explain it in a scientific manner, when you shave, it comes out and it has not been bleached by the sun yet, so it appears to be darker and thicker.
Oh, I just learned some shit. That's
Your follicles don't change size, so no, it's not. It's not how it works. All right,
This is educational.
there you go. So
yeah, you did get it.
I think the winner that time,
Is the chat who's talking about your hair?
yeah, whoever said that. So do me a favor,
I feel
guys.
robbed, bro. Fuck.
Do me a
That
favor,
was a
guys.
smart call. I did not. Yeah.
It was so unintentional, though. Fuck.
Do me a favor. Draw a teardrop. Real simple teardrop. Just draw one on your board. Draw one on your board real quick. Draw a real simple teardrop. Nothing fancy.
Why are you telling us to draw? And now we're in the same room. with
I
him.
just want something simple. Something simple.
All
Show
right,
me your
done.
teardrop.
Done.
There's a teardrop. There's a teardrop. Looks like a sperm. That's okay. Where's your teardrop?
It's
Legs.
the same thing. I mean, if runs down your face.
Now this is where we come into the education part. Sorry, this isn't the parents anymore. This is what they lied
Damn,
to
chat
you about
nailed
in
this one.
school.
Okay.
Chat nailed it. They got
What?
a perfect teardrop.
They got a
Yeah.
perfect teardrop, right?
In chat, yeah, it's perfect.
Well, believe me when I tell you
Cheat,
that
man.
all of your drawings are lies.
Yeah. That's it. Is that not a teardrop?
And they are actually shaped like this object.
What?
You can draw it. You could say it.
Teardrops are actually shaped like this object.
Drops. Raindrops.
Raindrops?
Rain and tears, yep.
Well,
Any type of drop.
It's shaped. It's not a circle. Is that what you're
It's
saying?
not what you drew.
Okay. Wow, that's crazy. What is the shape of a teardrop? Wow.
I hope I'm right. I doubt
Could
it.
be.
I doubt it. If so, that's genius.
Shouldn't be harder to say it or draw it, but depending, I mean, you can answer it multiple ways. There's technically 2 correct answers. Well, 4 2 correct answers and 2 correct drawings if you wanted to draw it, but we'll see. Legs. What say you?
I say a Hershey's Kiss.
A Hershey's Kiss.
And then I drew the little.
And you drew the flag.
Yeah.
That
from
would
the
be
kiss.
great.
Done. All right, Oz, what's yours? A upside down Homer Simpson face.
That's brilliant. Actually, that's
Because
actually
See what the fuck I mean?
because of his
That's
see what I mean?
crazy.
because of
No,
his
no, all it is it's a simple tear. Okay.
This man's got the mind of an artist for real. Shit.
so because of his artistic prowess, it just, he gets automatic points. Don't be mad about it. It's just how it is.
Fine.
All
Yeah.
right. And Rex, what do you got?
Teardrops are shaped like the opening of The Last of Us.
Wow. So very dark, very apocalyptic,
I think anyone that played that game can relate
very explodey. All right.
or watch the show.
And what did chat say?
Oz wins. That's what they said.
They said Oz wins. Okay, got it.
Son of a bitch.
So technically, Oz does win,
I've been robbed this whole show.
but only because he can draw better than you. The actual answer, believe it or not, is half of a hamburger bun.
what?
The top half of a hamburger bun is how a raindrop or a drop hits as it's coming down.
Wait, like it's like flat on the bottom and then has a full
Mm-hmm.
like half circle at the top. So I guess the air makes it flat as it's falling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I guess
sometimes,
that.
depending on like the precipitation, you feel like you're being pelted with water.
Yeah, because it's flat hitting you. Oh my God, this has been the most
The
educational
only
episode
time
you've ever
it
done.
looks like a tear, like how y'all were drawing it, is when the teardrop is too big and it splits, and then it conforms right back into the shape of a half hamburger bun.
You'd like me to
Half hamburger bun
sign
or
that.
beans, like a bean, a legume.
Those are a teardrop.
Wow, holy shit.
Yeah. So whatever is on all those rappers' face, I don't know what they're referring
That's
to.
cum.
Jesus. All right. When your
Say that
blood
one more time for the camera.
When you're bled,
That's cum.
when your blood loses oxygen, what color does it turn? Don't just answer me. Just answer me. Don't write it down.
Red,
No.
brown.
No.
Yes.
No.
blue.
Like when you say blood, do you mean
It's what
gay?
everybody says, right? But
I thought it was already.
they lied to us because blue blood is only caused by this being in it.
It's too easy. I already figured this one out.
Ozzy might be able to. I'm pretty sure he might
Fucking
be able to.
abstract brain. That is.
It's only caused by.
So only blue blood is caused by this being in it.
Man,
When our blood loses oxygen, it just gets darker.
my answer
It's not
has
blue.
no shot
a
of
really-
being appreciated.
What's that now?
My answer has no shot of being appreciated, and it's so deep. And
What,
good.
what blue blood? What were you gonna say? Like, you know,
Wow.
hanging out the
Wow,
hanging
I
out
see
the
what you guys really think of me now.
hanging out the back side,
No,
only out the left side. Yeah, that's the Crip side. Is that what you're?
close.
Okay, got it. Is it the left side or the right side? I don't know.
All right, maybe it wasn't
lost.
that good of an
Left
answer.
side. Okay,
I regret being confident. All right,
But you shouldn't.
I'll just go first and get my shame out of the way now.
Oh, okay. I appreciate your candor. And Rex, what is your answer?
So when your blood runs out of oxygen and turns blue, it becomes a Crip.
Oh,
Get it? Bloods
okay.
are Crips, and Crips
Okay.
are blue, and Bloods are red, and then
right.
Bloods run out of.
It's not your blood. It's mostly blue-blooded animals. So you
Okay.
literally just call gang members animals.
That's fair.
Okay, just thought you should know.
I mean, if the cops can do it, I can do it.
Oh my god.
All right. So, it's funny. You remember that answer. Remember what you said to me.
I will.
After you said that, okay?
thing of the thing.
Just remember. Got it. All right.
I will.
And then Legs, what do you got?
I got. He said, "What is it that's in the blood that causes it to be
Blue. Yep.
that dog?"
That dog.
That dog.
That dog,
gotta
bro.
have that
That
dog.
dog be doing it. And then just be on some toot.
I guess I just misheard the prompt then. That's
Okay. All right.
Fuck me.
Ozzy, what's your answer? The Alliance sucks. Locktar. Oh, God. Okay, got it. All right. Yeah, that's fair. I give him that.
Locktar.
Come on. You just, like, wow.
For the whore.
Yeah.
Oh, see.
Yeah, it's all good.
No, it makes sense that it was because the Alliance.
Yeah.
But I don't know that game because I never played it.
It's okay.
All right. What did chat say?
We said because of the way the light hits it with our eyes.
Oh, that's
that was an
Dahmer-ish.
attempt.
Yeah.
Take a pizza.
All right.
Add some water.
So,
I can tell you dropped out of
blue-blooded
school,
animals who actually have blue blood. The blood is blue because there's copper in it.
Oh,
Copper.
everybody knows copper's
More
blue,
than
so that
usual.
makes sense.
More copper than usual.
Yeah, that's right. Copper's blue.
See, our blood has way more iron in it. That's why it gets
Yeah.
that oxidized,
Ferritin,
rusty
red.
brown look.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. All right.
I knew all that stuff.
Yeah,
Hell
that's right.
yeah.
I know when I paint, I'm like,
Because that's why, like, you
need
have
something
bugs.
copper in
It
it
depends
so
on
I
what's
can
in
make it
it.
blue.
Like, you know.
Trying to make this sky copper.
I think copper. I don't think orange.
Yeah.
You don't think blue, you think. I got you. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Her eyes
But
are a beautiful
one
copper
of the,
color.
Like, you ever seen somebody clean a pool and it's blue and like they use that blue liquid?
Yeah.
It's got copper in it. Because copper, you put copper in pools to like pull out, you know. Like,
Again.
it's algicide.
See, this is
This is the most
I feel
educational
like I'm on
episode.
ETV
like,
right now.
holy
Is that what
shit.
It is? ETV? Yeah. ETV.
I've
It's the
learned
idea.
so much.
Well, I'm so happy
This is
because
on
like, no lie.
This is NPR right now.
when it comes to Napoleon,
Or BBC.
Oh my God! Now we're learning about fucking
What?
Napoleon.
History?
yeah,
Let's go.
when it comes to Napoleon, it's pretty easy what you got lied to about. So
He had
what
a
was
huge
the
dick.
Yeah, what was the biggest lie
About
that
Napoleon?
you were taught about Napoleon?
All right.
Be careful. It's kind of complex.
All right. It's too goddamn easy.
It is.
All right. Finally, I'm gonna win this
You've been doing
round.
so good.
I have this
Oh, you're
round on
winning.
lock.
Oh, I'm happy.
I've
that
lost every
everybody's
round so
vying
far,
to
but this time
winning.
You're sure?
I got this one.
I got like the least amount of faith.
Yeah, the least. Okay, so you're sure.
I'll go.
Are you willing, because he's sure, to gamble some of your points?
I haven't-
him.
I don't have any points.
Y'all about tied right now. Chat's
How?
winning. But y'all about tied, right?
That sounds
Right,
fair.
so-
No, we're tied. Austin.
Right.
Fine.
So all you gotta do is put in a wager, and then whoever loses, I'm going to strike them as hard as I can, open palm, on the left ass cheek with my right
I'm all in.
hand.
It's too easy.
You're all in?
I'm all in.
And you're all in?
Fuck it. I'll do it.
Oh yeah.
Mama didn't raise no bitch.
Mama didn't raise no
I'll
bitch.
risk every one of my points.
Okay,
go,
guys.
It's these busters.
And you're second.
Busters.
You're second in chat. So you know.
I'm fucking doing it.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, Legs, what's your answer?
My answer is, I was lied about Napoleon that it's a good flavor of ice cream.
Damn.
Fucking piece of shit. Bro. Overrated ice cream. You piece of shit.
That he has nunchuck skills, guys.
I won.
I fucking love you. You white trash piece of shit.
Listen.
That's how you know.
Hold on.
You know.
No, bro.
How you fucking
I
know.
thought the ice cream, and I was like, these motherfuckers going to the apartment.
These guys. That's
Oh, God.
I was like,
Fuck this game, bro. Like,
Napoleon?
If you
For like
heard
12
me,
years, I thought that was Napoleon ice cream. bro.
same. I was like Neapolitan.
Did you
What
eat
the fuck
chicken
is that?
viola too?
Yeah.
Yo, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's so true.
oh my god. You know, there's actually a dessert called a Napoleon, and it's delicious. But at the same
Oh
time,
my god.
if you remember, I said it's complex. Like it was a complex. Like there was a Napoleon
He was
complex.
short. Yeah, I got you.
Right. So what did chat say? I'm pretty sure they mentioned something about
That
it.
he was short. He was average height.
Right.
Unlike Mario. He's average height.
So here's your education.
That's not fair. Honcho can't feel his ass.
The reason why he was believed to be short when he wasn't was because the difference between
Him being on his
French
horse.
measurements and English measurements were pretty off. So he was labeled at his time of death as 5'2", when he was actually 5'7".
That's
So he was more average.
So so he wasn't short, and I'm 5'7", so we're not short. Me and him are we're the same, not short height.
But
Great, no, that's good.
But-
please don't add any context.
But
Fuck.
he had the most points, so even if he gave me all of those, he has
Right.
an overage.
Right.
He was safe because he won.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I guess. I mean, that's whatever. It's fine.
And you technically plagiarized.
No, I didn't. I wrote my answer
Well,
first.
No. What happened was
The-
he answered, and at that time you could have said, "Oh shit, I do need to be
No, that's
original."
bullshit.
for
Professor
once."
X read my mind, bro. I wrote my answer first, and then he was all like, I'm in a wheelchair, I can do this. And then he fucking copied my shit.
I don't know.
The comic book guy knows I'm right.
I'm kind of gonna have to lead this to the council. And
Hi, counsel here speaking.
So
You can go fuck yourself.
So we're just gonna make this real simple, okay?
No,
Look at that shot.
What are we doing?
It's real simple. It's okay. We're gonna make it fair.
Are you taking my thing? Okay.
We're gonna make it fair. Chat, if you
where'd you
could
get
just
that?
give me, okay, to the claim of guilt against Rex Sterling.
What?
Via his plagiarism at the Academy of Jeff's Stupid Ass Games, I am putting yes, as in yes he cheated, or no, as in no, he didn't cheat.
Well, I clearly didn't.
And what you're going to do is who you say yes the most, you say no the most. That's what we're gonna go with.
No, I didn't cheat.
We got one for not guilty.
No, hold on now. Don't say that yet.
Okay, hold on.
You're just gonna mark on where
How
you
they
wanna
vote?
mark.
Oh no, I'm
Chat,
marking a different color.
please.
Okay, guys.
Chat,
so
please
that it's
consider.
fair,
Yeah.
and so that it makes sense.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I haven't even given my defense, but I stick behind the Professor X one.
Okay. Well, it's perfectly fine, except for we kind of need you to understand how this is gonna go. Have you marked yours? Okay, got it. So, we'll go ahead and we'll not let him see it because you can't
I'm
actually talk
innocent.
to the jury.
I'm innocent.
You just can't. Yeah, you can mark it in yours or mine, however you feel.
I
And then, as the judge, I do get the final say if
Okay.
there was ever a tie.
I literally wrote my answer. Like
As it is.
everybody saw that.
And then,
I don't think anyone saw it.
nobody saw it.
No, I was doing this motion. What did you think I was doing? It's
You're
clear.
racing so you could write down what I wrote.
So, I'm just gonna have to say that I think that you got lucky, kid. You had a lot of stuff going for
Love
you,
you,
and
chat.
you had
Love you, chat.
You had 2 yeses and you had 2 nos.
Hey, that's an acquittal. That's clearly a situation. What are you doing with that marker?
I didn't get a chance to vote.
What? You're the tiebreaker?
I'm the tiebreaker.
Oh, well, clearly you saw.
That you didn't cheat. I was actually the game master, and
Yes.
I'm not allowed to, go into the.
You're the game master. Please tell me you saw that I didn't.
The unfortunate part is all I can go off of is the evidence, and the evidence states that approximately 7 minutes ago,
Jeff,
this gentleman actually raised the answer of ice cream.
No.
To which, after I said, "Hey, now Rex, what's your answer?" You got mad as if that was stolen from you.
Yes, exactly.
But you were still the second one to answer.
Exactly. So mark yes.
So
mark
it's-
yes. That's what I'm talking about. Yes. Thank you. I am innocent. You see it. Yes, I am innocent. Yes. Thank you, Jeff. Fuck yes. Fuck yes. You made the right decision. Make a pimp decision.
In the minutes, court stenographer, do you remember what yes meant?
Yes means I didn't do it. Obviously, yes, I'm innocent. I've been saying I'm innocent. Yes or no? Is Rex innocent? Yes, he's innocent.
Yes means guilty.
Yes means guilty. So, we'll make another video of that.
That's bullshit.
And I gotta say, it's been a great show.
Contempt.
It's been a great show. Bailiff, take him away.
No,
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
Whack it right off.
Oh my Jesus. So,
Right.
yeah, what a great show. I hope y'all enjoyed the game. I do. It was fun. And next week is episode 10. Next week is big time. Next week is all the marbles. Next week is, where all the games come together. And I got to figure out how exactly I'm going to do that. But until that time, thank you guys for being here. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for listening. And I think it's time to move on to the many thanks. What do you think, Rex? Don't worry, I'll keep the cameras on for you. All right, too easy. He's very excited about his prize, if you will. So, as it is, many thanks to Aficionados of Augusta. Thank you for providing us with wonderful equipment. Thank you to Top Dog Comics. Adam, Chris, you're the best ever. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Let's see, David Hutchison, Book Tavern, you big bearded beautiful bastard you. And as for Anime Core, Jonathan Rochelle, all of the streams and all of the links and the Patreon and all that stuff that's gonna be in the description and on our link tree. And thank you to all of our patrons. I hope that you're enjoying how we're doing this so far, and there are a lot of other big changes to come, but we won't talk about that now. We got to gear up for episode 10. We got to say goodbye. We got to go and have a great weekend, and we want you to have a great weekend too. Go see Quantumania, and we love you all. And did I miss anybody? Anybody got anything else to say? Nope, too easy. Rex is getting prepared. He's oiling up. Hopefully we'll have a video for you about that soon. And everybody say bye.